Someone asked me to post my Arizona vlog, and all it takes is one. So here's part one of my Arizona trip. We were there celebrating my husband's birthday.
Oh, and I get the balloons. Oh. You get 100 white points.
100 white points.
Wow.
When we first touched down in Arizona, we realized how hot it actually was. I'm talking about this is a different type of heat, but it's like dry heat, so you're not really sweating much because you're so hot that your sweat dries quickly. But nights 1 and 2, we stayed at the Sanctuary Camelback Resort, which I highly recommend, and I cannot wait to go back to Arizona so I can stay there again. When I tell y'all the views were immaculate during the whole trip and seemed straight out of a movie, I didn't know a place like this existed in the US. Also, when we got to the sanctuary, since we were there celebrating my husband's birthday, they gave him this confetti cheesecake, and this is by far the best cheesecake I've ever tasted in my life. I will go back to the sanctuary just for this cheesecake. But for dinner on the first night, we went to Tocomadera, and the food was pretty good. The service was great as well. The only thing I would say, it is a bit on the pricier side and the portions are relatively small to me, but there was a lady there doing this fire act, which is so cool. I love when restaurants incorporate live entertainment, but overall we had a great experience. Day 2, we headed up to the Arizona Outdoor Fun for UTV riding, and we had an amazing time. If you don't like to get dirty, this may not be the activity for you, but it was like a 3-hour experience where we drove through the mountains. We made stops in between to get pictures, saw some wild donkeys, and learned about some plants and history of Arizona, in which our tour guide was very knowledgeable about. They ensured that we stay hydrated by giving us tons of water throughout the drive. They did stop and allow us to switch drivers, but I didn't want to drive. I was a little nervous, so I said the next time we come to Arizona and we do this activity, I will definitely drive. We were having a great time. Although the dirt was getting all on us, it was even getting through our freaking goggles and our masks, but I was still having an amazing time. Then later that night, we decided to go to the movies to see Weapons, which I recommend for people that are traveling to new cities that they've never been to. Definitely check out their movie theaters because this was an experience. This was the best movie theater I have ever been to. They had these nice recliner chairs which were heated. We honestly didn't want to leave the movie theater because it was so nice. But that was day 1 and 2, so stay tuned and follow for part 2 of my Arizona vlog.